you have great coaches. Then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.
We live. What's going on, nation? Welcome to this oasis that we call the Pharaoh NFL channel. What is good? Let me get to the chat real quick. I appreciate y'all waiting, man. Like, I was taking a little bit longer than expected, but I'm gonna get to the chat. Had some technical difficulties. Hold on one second. Let me see. Y'all okay? Y'all already in here? Okay, for sure. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, let's see who we got. Freddie Chavez, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man. RaiderNation for life, no doubt, for sure. Let's see here. Coach Dante. Okay. What's good, man? Thanks for pulling up, man. All eyes, man. Always see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Joey Boy Raider, what's going on, brother? Always pulling up, man. Always showing love. What's good, man? How you doing? Let's see. Hold up. Let me get caught up with the chat, man. Y'all in here talking, y'all shit, man. This what's up, man. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Afakazi, man. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. If y'all haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this brother. Was on his live yesterday. But I got a guest. Y'all familiar with him? He's a new content creator. He's pretty dope, man. Like, y'all should go ahead and subscribe to him as well. Support your RaiderNation brother. He's over here making some good content. And hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. We got a good thing going on. So you kind of see him on my channel a lot. But I'm gonna say less. I'm gonna introduce him real quick.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, Problem? What's good, man? How you doing?
What's good, Pharaoh? Hey, man. Doing good, bro. How about you, man? Chilling,
man. I was trying to, man. I was supposed to go at 7 o'clock, bro. I was trying to go exactly at 7. But you know how like small shit just comes up, like little small shit, and I got that personality. I gotta get that shit right. You know what I mean? I gotta get it right for the Tomb Raiders, man. That's the name I'm sticking with. And shout out to Cool Kev. I see you in the chat, man. He's the one that kind of inspired that name. The Tomb Raiders. We're not gonna call it the chat. We're gonna call y'all the Tomb Raiders, man. We're gonna give you guys Tomb Raiders. Tomb Raiders, the tomb.
Right, that's right.
You know what's good, and make sure to go ahead and smack that like button. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I'm saying, what's up, chat? What's good, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good today, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, Gert. Yes, sir. All right, Bernard, what's good, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see. Okay. We got Raider Alex in the building, another content creator, man. This dude, hey, he I don't know how he does it, man. This guy, he's always dropping content like consistently, man. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. So make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe to his channel as well. Let's see, man.
Yes, sir.
But hey, man, I want to like get everybody involved in the chat, but at the same time, Snoops, man, appreciate you pulling up, brother. So we got a lot to talk about today. So we got a few things we want to talk about. Obviously, you know, no big moves have happened with the Raiders, but at the end of the day, we've kind of experienced like a lot of different moves that happen, and we haven't really had the chance to like really think about like, okay, what is the state of the Raiders right now? What moves do we need to make? So we're gonna just break that down, and let me go and just go to the straight. Let's see right here. Let's go right here. So I'm gonna ask this to the chat as well. Y'all could chime in as well. But what was the Raiders' position of weakness and needs before free agency? And I'm gonna let y'all like chime in, but let's see right here. But this is what I think. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all just know what I think. Obviously we need a receiver, we needed a corner, we needed a safety, we needed an O lineman, linebacker, D tackle with all our free agents from last year, and then you got a defensive coordinator and Patrick Graham coming in, and he definitely wants his guys in there. You know what I mean? He doesn't want undersized D tackles. He wants big boys under there. So we have to pay attention to that. And we've signed some people as well. So these are the positions heading into free agency. These were the needs that we had. And let me go ahead and share a video. I think let me share like the pickups here. Let me see. Hold up. So who have we signed so far? Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Bear with me. My Tomb Raiders. Hold on one second. See, share screen. Okay.
For me, man, like as far as just, you know, the weaknesses, man. Watching those games last year, I mean, it was clear when Ruggs went out. The wide
Yeah.
receiver, was a huge weakness, and I think
Yep.
that's the reason why we had some of those L's during the season. And that's the main
Yeah.
reason why I think we lost against the Bengals, because we just didn't have that player, that dynamic player, you know what I'm saying, to get those first downs consistently, to break the 20-yard, 30-yarder, you know what I mean? Give some help to Carr, you know what I mean? I felt like
Yeah.
receiver was definitely number one going into this free agency period.
Oh, no doubt. It was so obvious. Come on, man. Like, how many games have we
Yeah,
like watched Carr just like struggle to find someone open? Like
yeah,
we when's the last time we've had like a red zone target? I mean, obviously, I'm not, no disrespect to Hunter Renfro. I like his game. Obviously, no disrespect to Waller, but he was hurt last year, and
yeah,
you could tell on the field. Then obviously
yeah,
Renfro, he was literally our go-to in the red zone. It was hella obvious. Like Carr
yeah.
was looking for him, and that's crazy because he's not. Is he even 6 foot? He's a red zone target, and he's not
Yeah,
even 6 foot.
he's maximum 5'11", and they were doubling him, knowing that he was the only red zone threat down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think you saw it in that Bengals game where I think we had a wide open touchdown, and we settled for a field goal, and I think one of our backup players dropped a touchdown. You know, if Waller's there, he's catching that thing. You know what I mean? So they were doubling
yeah,
Renfro. You know, that's why he couldn't get as many touchdowns this year, I feel. You know what I mean?
yeah. Salute to Thor, man, my brother. Appreciate you pulling up. I want
What's
to
good,
get to the
Thor?
chat as well, see what y'all think. Milka Beezy, man, what's going on, brother? Thank you for pulling up, man. I really appreciate it. Mr. Marty Mart, you asked this question last time. I'm thinking about it, bro. I'm leaning towards coming out there for sure, man. I want to link up with like RaiderNation, the Tomb Raiders. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's good with y'all. And Linnell, man, always pulling up, man. You a good dude, bro. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Raiders 0805, man. What's good, man? How you doing? Let's see. Let me get to the chat. I'm behind, bro. Like I'm really behind. Okay. Let's see.
Good.
Pyro, man, I appreciate you pulling up, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate that. And yeah,
What's
go
good,
ahead and
Pyro?
support Mighty Thor, man. He got his channel as well. Another content creator as well. You might see him on some panels as well, and I know he's doing his thing. So go ahead and subscribe to him. And you said, Mr. Marty Mark, you said Renfro slipped. What are you talking about? What player are you referring to?
I think he was talking about there was a play right before the interception on the left side. Carr kind of scrambled, and it looked like he slipped. We wanted a flag, but we looked at the replay, and he just kind of slipped in the end zone right there in that last drive.
Hey, come on. Hey, Hefe KC, man, come on, man. Like, obviously, you know what I mean? We welcome everybody here. It doesn't matter what fan base, but come on, bro. Let's not take it personal. Let's not take it personal. At the end of the day, like, let's talk about the teams. You could talk shit about the teams. You could talk shit about the Raiders, just like we could talk shit about the Chiefs. But don't take it personal, brother. Hey, my mods, can you go delete that comment, please? Go ahead. Let me see if I can delete it. Oh yeah. I don't want to block you because you know what I'm saying. I see you a lot in the chat. You know what I mean. For the most part, you're pretty chill. But my mods, just go
Yeah,
ahead and delete that comment by Hefe KC or Hefe KC if you could delete that as well.
yeah, keep it chill, bro.
But
Keep it
White
chill,
Tyson
man.
makes a good point. He says they try with Edwards, but just didn't work out last year. Yeah, man. I mean, he's been with us for 2 years. Obviously, his first 2 years in the league, but he hasn't really taken over that role. You would think the guys like are basically our big receiver. His game is supposed to be a physical type of brand of football. You know what I mean? You would expect that at the end of the day, like you expect that he's that type of receiver and he would step up in the red zone. But I don't think the
Yeah,
chemistry is there with Carr.
no.
So, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
he got
Go
kind of
ahead.
thrown in there. He kind of got thrown in there. You know what I mean? Into the fire, kind of. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it looked like he wasn't ready for it. You know, so it makes sense why there was no chemistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. Hey, Pyro, I feel you. Fuck the queefs, man. See, we agree on something, man. We got a
Tell him,
lot. We
Pyro.
like
Tell him.
facts. Hey, what's happening, man? Hey, man, I appreciate you for stopping by, brother. Hey, man, I see you on Ray's channel a lot, man. I appreciate you subbing to me and showing some love, bro. We gonna talk some shit today. Oh man, the Prince. Hey, I don't know what name you going by. I'm sticking to Prez, man. I know they call some people calling you Prince, man. I'm gonna stick to Prez. Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you pulling up, brother. Let's see. Mr. Marty Martin says Carr and DA were talking about showing up. DA. So Devontae Adams were talking about showing up. What do you mean by showing up? Don't know what you mean with that by that, brother. Let's see. All right, yeah. Okay, man. Hey, man, it's all good, man. It's all love, bro. I know you love the Raider content creator channels, bro. I already know, man, because I know it's dry as hell with those KC Chiefs, man. Like, I don't know. Be honest with you, I don't even know if they even exist. To be honest with you, do they have content creators? Hefe KC? Like, do Chiefs fans
Shit.
have anywhere to go to when they, like after the game? You know what I mean? They got to go straight to ESPN, huh? Get
Yeah.
that fucking
Facts.
ESPN fucking breakdown where they just talk about your team for like 2 seconds and then they move on to the Cowboys. You know how that go?
Exactly.
Was good, Swin Raider, man. I appreciate you pulling up, man. So let me get back to let me get back to this, man. Let me get back to this. Let me be okay. So who have we signed so far? I don't know if you guys could see this. It looks very small on my screen. So I don't know if y'all could see this. But we signed a lot. We were pretty busy. I mean, to me, in my opinion, this was a very successful free agency because we addressed a lot of positions. And just to be specific, you know what I mean? I'm not going to go through all the names. I just wanted to put the names in front of you just to see how many players that we like actually signed, including re-signed too. I think Illuminor and Parker were re-signed on this list as well. But for the most part, everybody on this list is pretty much new Raiders. And literally, let me just go through this. We signed 2 running backs, 1 fullback, 2 to 3 corners, and I say 2 to 3 corners because we got 1 in the trade, aka Rock Ya-Sin. Then we signed a backup QB because we didn't have a backup QB. Obviously, Mariota went to Atlanta, and then we signed about 3 linebackers, and one of them being like a kind of a pass rusher in Facro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but 3 linebackers, 3 D tackles, 1 DN, obviously. One of the biggest signing in free agency in Chandler Jones, 1 safety, about 2 to 3 receivers, because you know who that 3rd receiver is. We got Devontae Adams in that trade, so I'm gonna count him as a huge pickup. I don't care if it's not a free agent signing. It's a huge pickup. 1 tight end and 1 O lineman. So we were pretty active. But that being said, let me stop sharing this shit because I know you guys are tired of seeing this. Let's see. All right, let me remove this real quick.
I think the one thing I don't like about some of these contracts though is that a lot of them are 1-year deals. You know what I mean? So it's like, are we gonna bring these guys back when they want that bag? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like to see a couple 2-year deals. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that for next year. You know what I mean? Because it looks like they want to build through the draft, right? But we don't have that many picks this year, so we gotta somehow accumulate more draft picks. But
Yep.
yeah.
Yes, sir. So let me get to the chat because I know they probably want to react to that list. Let me catch up because I know I'm behind. I'm gonna try to catch up over here. Hey, what's good, EJ Raider? I'm about to make you a mod right now. But I'm gonna go make you a mod. Hold on. I told you I was gonna make you a mod. EJ Raider. I need to make you a mod. All right. I made you a mod, EJ. Hold it down, man. To all my mods, if y'all could post links, to make it easy on everybody that's new here to subscribe. You know what I mean? For me and my boy Problem, it'd be very much appreciated. If y'all see some craziness, y'all know what to do. Put people on timeouts, and if it's really crazy, obviously block them. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you just put people at timeouts. But let me get back to the tune. Let me see what y'all talking about right now. Let's see. Joey Boy Raider says they're 1-year deal because if they don't work out, they'll be gone. Facts, for sure. They're not a huge investment. So they're still this is why I like free agency. Free agency is you're supposed to make enough moves where it makes you flexible in the draft. So you don't force a pick. You know what I mean? AKA, Alex Leatherwood. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to address certain positions where like you don't force it. You want to get the best player available in theory. You know what I mean? Sometimes some teams they get desperate. But let's see what some of the salute to the Tomb Raiders. Facts, Pyro. Salute to the Tomb Raiders for sure. Is Squid in the building? Hey, appreciate you pulling up, Squid. Appreciate it, brother. Let's see. All right. Dirty Lowe's in the building, man. Hey, man. Hey, this dude, go ahead and subscribe. This is another Raider content creator. I think we got the most and the best. So go ahead and subscribe to Dirty Low.
Yep.
The dude's a good dude, good brother. Go
Salute,
ahead
Dirty
and
Low.
subscribe to
Salute,
him.
man.
Salute. So okay, so let me get back to the topic at hand. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Because I know, hold on. Man, I'm still getting used to everything. I know I keep saying that shit. All right. So what positions are still question marks after free agency? So we've seen all the players that we've seen that we picked up. It was a pretty busy free agency. They're still not done. They might sign some small players. And I'll get to what McDaniels kind of said in his little talk at the owners meeting. He kind of implied that, they're kind of slowing down with the signings because they, but we'll get to that in a second. So in my opinion, and y'all, everybody in the tomb, y'all could like let me know what positions y'all feel as well need to be addressed. But in my opinion, these are the positions that we can go into the draft and like confidently say that we need to like take a look at. And in my opinion, O-line is still, I'm still not confident about the O-line. You know what I mean? I'm still not confident
Yeah.
with the D tackle. They signed some role players and, and then linebacker, you know what I mean? Like we still could maybe,
Yeah.
hey, we could take a linebacker. It's not really a huge
Yeah,
investment in
definitely.
like just like Mr. Marty March said in the chat. He was like, hey, they're 1-year deals. So when you see contracts like that, at the end of the day, that means that they're gonna want to draft somebody. That doesn't stop them
To
from
replace
drafting
him.
another player if a better player is there in the draft.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And if you look at our O line right now, I'm not a believer that it's done either because I mean you look at our left guard, right? Look at Denzel Good. I mean, he's coming off a huge injury. Alex Leatherwood, we need him to take a big step forward. Right tackle, we're still not sure if Parker or Illuminor is going to be good enough in that spot. So we still got 3 question marks, And Andre James
yeah,
ain't the greatest. I mean, he played well. He could get better too, but that's 3 huge question marks right there alone. And
yeah,
then you're talking about how a linebacker, we still need someone young and someone, we need someone for the future right now. I mean, Perryman's going to be gone, you know. So we need somebody, bro. I
yeah.
think
That's
that's it
true.
around.
That's true. You got to play chess, man. You got to play chess. If you know of a player that is on his last year of his deal and you have a good idea that most likely you're not going to sign him after this year, you might as well draft his replacement. So then it's not like
Mhm.
you don't make any desperate moves the following year. And let me get to the chat and
Right.
see what they think. White Tyson is saying nose tackle. Okay, I feel you, brother. Like we got all we got is role players. I mean, I don't think some of them are intriguing, but we can't count on them. You know what I mean? I would say maybe get some young talent in the draft. That might make sense. Mr. Marty Mart agrees with you. D tackle. Brandon Caldwell says O tackle, linebacker, D tackle. So he agrees, and he says safety. Hey, I think we got like was it Duron Harmon, a guy that has
Yeah.
experience
Harmon.
playing with the Patriots, the coaching staff here. So
Yep.
he's a nice little veteran, but hey, he's at the end of the day, most likely he's on a 1-year deal. He's not on a
Yep.
huge contract. So it's not like he's going to be here long term. So I get why you would say safety. That makes sense. I agree with you. Ray, you know what, Pyro? I don't want to say Raid the Tomb. You know what I'm saying? It sounds cool, but that it does sound a little close to Raid the Tape. Oh damn! Let me. What the hell is that? Stop sharing. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Hey, so I don't want to say Raid the Tomb because that sounds a lot like Raid the Tapes channel. So respect to him and his creativity, man. I'm gonna let that be. We could smack. I don't know. Like let's build this pyramid and smack that like button and subscribe. I don't know. Let me know, chat. Hey, let me know, Tomb. Let
Yeah.
me know what y'all think. Like what would be a good idea for hitting that like button and subscribe. I know that's pretty plain, but I'm gonna let y'all decide at the end of the day, man. I'm gonna let the Tomb decide. The Tomb Raiders. Linnell saying, I still think D tackle, O tackle, and safety need to be addressed. I feel you on that. D tackle, O tackle, not linebacker. You feel pretty comfortable. I know you probably like that linebacker from Tennessee, huh? I know you like that linebacker, Jayon Brown. I feel you on safety.
Yeah.
People coming up and saying safety. I agree with that. I probably should have added that. That's a good point. That's a good point. And then Thor is saying O line, cornerback, linebacker, and QB. Now that's an interesting one. He said corner. He said and QB. That's man, Thor. I should have seen that coming right there. I didn't even look. My mind was
Hey,
like, you said QB. Like, damn, bro.
he had to sneak that in at the end right there.
Yeah, man. Not this year, Thor. Come on. At least let it be a better draft. At least in QBs. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. But cornerback, that's an interesting one, though. I think that you might be onto something because the cornerback room, all of our corners, our starting corners, are on 1-year deals, except for
Yep.
like Nate Hobbs. I think Nate Hobbs is obviously on his rookie deal. So
Right.
that's a good one. That's a good one for sure. Corner, I like that. I like that. Um, what are y'all talking about right here? Y'all talking about Jacobs will be traded before Waller. He's gonna murder it this year with Waller as his Gronk. Be traded before Waller. With Waller as his Gronk. Hey man, yeah. I mean, we all seen McDaniels use tight ends at the end of the day. Like, let's be real here. Let's be real here. Linnell said, I'm starting to feel Leatherwood get a long look. Hey man, that's what I'm hearing too. That's what I'm hearing too. Cause I seen some quotes and we'll probably get to that later. Sarah Phillips, I appreciate you stopping by. I think this is my first time seeing you on my channel. I really appreciate you coming by. Hopefully you're subscribed as well. Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Paul
good, Sarah.
Gaines, he's saying safety. He's like, man, just safety. Fuck, like nothing else. Just safety. Just safety. I feel you, man. All right. All right. All right. All right. Dirty. I'm about to send you the link, brother. I'm gonna send you the link,
Yo,
man. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. I'm gonna
what's
send
up,
you the
Dirty?
link in a second. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Hold on. Let's get back to it. So O-line, D tackle, linebacker. These are our needs. Safety came up a lot. Maybe corner. So I'm a lean on you. Problem. Who do you think in the draft will be there in the third round? Because as of right now, we only have a third round pick. We only have a third
Well,
round pick. We possibly can get like a second round, possibly, but we have to make a trade. So we gotta.
right.
Well, first we gotta think about it in reality. And reality
Yeah,
is we
what
only have
yeah.
a third round pick. So let's just leave that alone. So let's just say that if today started and you had to pick, who would you think that would be there in the third round, fourth round, fifth round? Like who guys that you're looking at those positions that we just named?
So for me, right? If you look at D tackle, right? I think in the second round, I think most of the D tackles who I consider top notch are going to be gone, right? And so you get towards the third round, there's going to be more linebackers available than there is DTs. Now, if a DT like Logan Hall drops to the third, I would swoop up on him quick, right? But most likely he's not going to be there, bro. And so then that means next best thing would be linebacker. For me, bro, I like dudes like Brian Asamoah and Quay Walker. You got to they're different styles, you know. You I feel like we need to replace Perryman eventually. So we need like that heart of the defense type of player, a leader on defense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, and so with that being said, you need that thumper, that dude who can just wreak havoc the whole game, speed, all that stuff. So for me, I like Brian Asamoah. That I like him a lot. I think he's gonna be a Pro Bowl player
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Have
Um,
you heard about Darian Beavers? Is that a guy that you could
yeah,
see us getting as well? Linnell's
he's
saying
actually
Beavers is my pick in the third. I hope he's in the third. You know what I mean? You think he's gonna drop?
yeah.
You
He's in
possibly
close
could get.
competition with
Okay.
Osmo and Quay Walker. They're like
Okay.
grouped up, you kind of just gotta pick what you need for your team. You know what I mean? The style you want to run. McDaniels and them, they like those bigger linebackers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And Quay Walker, that dude's 6'3", crazy
Yeah.
athlete, tenacious, run stopper. You know what I mean? He's that kind of heart of the defense type of player. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So you kind of got to pick your poison with those guys.
O-
They're
Okay.
all good
Okay.
players.
Okay. So linebacker will be your first choice in the third? Linebacker?
Absolutely, yeah,
That's
absolutely. Because that
oh,
linebacker can change it all. It could change it for us, bro. Because I like Perryman, man, but he's gonna lose a step most likely. You know what I'm saying? There's no way he replicates this what he did last year, this year, in my opinion.
okay. Okay. Radar 05 says coaching for our O-line is gonna make a difference. They're gonna be better. Facts. I agree with you 100%. Coaching and that's what they believe too. If you've seen the comments and I can go ahead and like share Twitter real quick. Let me see some of the. Let me see if I could pull something up right real quick. Hold on. I think Vinny alluded to this earlier. Vinny and all the beat writers. Let's see. Vinny. You know what? I'll just go to Vic. That's where I seen it. Let's see. Hold on.
It makes me wonder, because they say, I think at this point they have to say that, you know what I mean? Because they're not going to go pick up a top flight lineman in free agency anymore. They don't have
Mhm.
a first or second round pick to go grab one of those guys. So, I mean, at best, you're bringing in a third round pick to compete with what we got now. There's no guarantee that a lineman is going to come in and outplay some of our dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they're right in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is I'm gonna pull up give me just bear with me 1 second. So the beat writers were going crazy over McDaniels and what he spoke about today at the owners annual meeting. And one of the things that he said was this right here. And this speaks to the Raiders 05. He said coaching for our O-line is going to make a difference and they're going to be better. And this quote right here says, McDaniels, I feel pretty good about the group that we have. Now it's our job to try and coach them and get them to play better. So that speaks to the team. So that, remember earlier I was saying that the Raiders might be done spending in free agency. So maybe guys like, Gilmore and obviously Honey Badger's still out there, some other players, those guys might be out of our price range at this point because they feel like look McDaniel just came out and said that. And on top of that, if you look at the moves, actions speak louder than words at the end of the day. If we look at the moves that the Raiders have made at O-line and free agency, they haven't really tried to upgrade that position. You know what I mean? They literally all they did was pick up a backup O-lineman from the Bears. Shout out to Champ Kelly. You already know that was his guy. And then they re-signed Illuminor and they re-signed Brandon Parker. And I know Linnell in the chat, you were like, or in the tomb, I should say, you was like, you said something to the effect that you think that Leatherwood might get a look at right tackle. Hey man, it's possible for sure. It's definitely possible.
And at this point, we kind of have to hope that happens, man. We got to hope he takes that leap because we'll benefit more out of him being the right tackle. You know what I'm saying? If he can come in and do that, we won't have to draft a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Joey Bear Raider says Ziegler is going to trade for a beast O-line. You think? I don't know. We're going to make a trade. I don't know about a trade, brother.
Does it mean
I don't see
draft
that happening.
or free agency wise? Like,
maybe in the draft. Maybe in the draft. Possibly, I could see that happening. Let me stop the screen real quick. Let's go back. Yeah, I don't know about that. How do you feel about that? Do you think that we could possibly trade up to get a O-lineman?
I mean, if they do, man, I'm not going to be against it because there's still quality dudes in that second round. When you get to the third, you got a lot of guys with red flags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a reason why those guys fall to the third. I mean, there's a lot of players though that do get drafted in the later rounds who have success, but it's hard to find them. Look at Gabe Jackson. I mean, he was a third round pick, came up, started right away, almost got to that Pro Bowl level, and then we got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? So if it fits the scheme and he has the talent, then yeah, I would do it. I would trade up because, like you said, this coaching staff, man, they got the talent. I think they're going to coach them up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I believe in the coaching staff too, but come on, we all seen that O-line last year. I'm not gonna lie, like that shit was horrendous. They couldn't run, and part of the reason they couldn't run the ball, so that kind of like made them predictable on offense. So then that put them in obvious passing situations, like damn near every down, like first and long, second and long, third and long, whatever you want to call it. Sean Johnson, hey man, appreciate you stopping by. He says, FYI, after trading their first and second round picks to get Devontae Adams, the Raiders are not ruling out moving back up in the draft. As Josh McDaniels alluded, there are a lot of conversations. Okay, good insight.
Yeah.
Good insight. So they're probably not done making moves to that effect. But like moves meaning signing maybe bigger free agents. I think that I'm not sure if Honey Badger or Gilmore are in the cards because they want to get paid. That's why they're still in free agency because they want to get a big contract and they're up there in age. Like no one wants to pay them that what they want at the end of the day. So we'll see. White Tyson. Here's the thing with Leatherwood at right tackle. Then Good is what? Left guard, and Simpson has to start again. Please no. They should add quality interior alignment in the draft. Facts. If you think about it, we can get a guard. We have a good chance of getting a starting. Well, I won't say good chance, but like starting guards, you can get good guards in the third round. In the mid rounds, you could find
third and
like
fourth.
if you remember, Gabe Jackson was a third round pick.
Yeah.
Gabe Jackson was a third round
Yep.
pick. We might be able to get a guard in this draft. So I think it'll be easier to get a guard where we're at in the third round compared to getting a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Just based off
Oh
like where we're at in the draft.
Definitely.
And let's see. Raider 05 says, I think we're going to wait for June cuts. That's possible. Maybe like some cheap little prove it deals. They probably want to see what they So look, at the end of the day, what's going to happen is they're going to go through the offseason. They're probably going to be like, oh, let's wait till like training camp, go with our guys. But if they see Leather, let's say I'm not trying to be negative or whatever, but if they see Leatherwood live and in person and they were like, nah, hell no, we need to figure this right tackle situation out. They might look at the waiver wire. You know what I mean? They might have to like sign like a little veteran on a cheap deal. Linnell, we could possibly move back for a guard. Move back? Not pick one in the third or fourth?
I think maybe like if you have that third, you could trade down to like maybe another 6, 7, 8 picks, pick up another 5th round pick. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I think that's what he means. And I wouldn't be against it either. If that guy's still going to fall, I wouldn't mind because we need the draft picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Quentin, man, I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Hey, he's saying, I think this new O-line coach believes the O-line could be coached up. I don't see us spending money on O-linemen. We probably draft one later, though. See, I would be happy if they drafted one later. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we should at least address the O-line. We should at least try to draft the O-lineman in the draft. I know we have a limited amount of picks, but we should at least try to get somebody. You know what I mean? Just going with the same players from last year. I mean, I know they're young, so the coaches coming in here, they feel like, hey, we can coach them up, but it's very risky because they did put some bad tape out last year. You know what I mean?
But you know what? It is easier for a guard to come in right away rather than a tackle. Because look what happened to Leatherwood, right? Struggled at right tackle, came in, switched to guard, and he kind of started getting better as the season went on. He still had his mental lapses where he like he was top 5 in penalties, but his technique and everything got better. So if you bring in a guard, the chances are higher he's going to come in at least play at an average level, a little bit above average compared to a tackle.
Okay. And Joey Already says Raider just posted a new interview with Ziegler. I got to check that out. I haven't checked that out. I haven't had time, but I'm going to check that out. And hopefully we'll get to talk about that on a different live because as of right now, I ain't trying to put you on hold. But Sean Johnson says, all right, since we talking, this is why Carr's extension needs to get done because next year Carr would be 50 plus. Don't need that. We have 7.2 million. Carr would free up 19.8. Takes us to 27 million and post June 1st 20 million. Okay. I get what you're trying to say. You're pretty much saying that the longer we wait, the longer the price goes up. I get that. And I think right now they're working on that contract extension. Right now they're negotiating. If you've seen the quotes from today from Josh McDaniels, he did say that we're building around Carr and we want him here and all that. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure we make the best decision for us as the team. And obviously he admitted that Carr is going to make the best decision for himself. So, they're negotiating right now, but I thought it was interesting. I don't know if you've seen that quote by Carr's agent. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me pull that up real quick. But did you see that problem?
Yeah. He's talking about how, the teams look out for the team, as far as salary cap and who they could bring in rather than looking out for the player, giving him his payday. So I briefly saw it.
Okay. Let me just pull it up then. Let me pull it up. Do y'all see it? Y'all see it? No, y'all don't see it. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Let me get back here. Oh, you see it? Cool.
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, so pretty much this is Carr's agent. This is his Twitter. He said clubs always do what is best for the team. So he's responding to what McDaniel said in the conference, the press conference he had in the owners meeting. In every situation, player, even QBs don't expect teams to do what is best for the player. Successful negotiations always end in a sweet spot. That said, Our practice is not to comment publicly regarding ongoing negotiations. And I think Vic Tafer tried to reach out to them today, and he basically said, just referred back to my tweet. So he wasn't playing when he said, we're not going to talk about negotiations in public. But
Yeah.
hey, look, just from that quote right there, it should tell you, did he tell the truth? That I didn't, do you see any lies in that quote?
No, not at all, man. And then if you consider how they kind of both the Raiders and his agent came out and spoke about it, you know what I mean? They're kind of using the public in a way
Yeah.
to gather whatever info.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense that it's going to happen sooner rather than later. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I get what Sean's trying to say, but it's really up to Carr, man. If Carr ain't happy, then it's, you know what I mean? It's going to be a tough season.
Yeah, and I'm gonna speak on it real quick. But before I do that, Victor Boker, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you stopping by and subscribing, man. Hey, you're gonna see new content. I'm gonna be going live more often. Trust me. Everything. If everybody in the Tomb right now, the Tomb Raiders, y'all know every time y'all see me on live, everything has gotten better. From the background, from the mics, the camera, everything has gotten better, and it's gonna continue to get better. So I really appreciate y'all stopping by and supporting. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe and like the video so I can keep coming back more stuff. And also, my mods, make sure you post the links. And then also go ahead and subscribe to my boy Problem over here. He's a new Raider content creator. Go ahead and support him. We got to support everybody in Raider Nation. I'm not gonna lie, Raider Nation knows how to support. So I don't think I need to tell y'all like more than once. But I just like to give you a little friendly reminder every now and then. But go ahead and support him as well. Subscribe, like his videos. It will really help him to come back even with better content as well. But let me get back to the chat. Let's see. Linnell saying Carr is not playing out his contract. It will be disrespectful to ask him to. Yeah, facts. He's not playing none. Hell no. He don't have to. No, he really don't. You're speaking facts. So my what I got from there, from that quote, was he was pretty much saying that, like, at the end of the day, like Carr, like imagine if you're negotiating your contract, like whoever you're negotiating that contract, they're only gonna like make a contract based off what they feel like they need. They're not gonna be looking out for you. At the end of the day, you got to look out for yourself and your family. So right now, all I took from it was negotiation and just Raider Nation, Tomb Raiders, man. Just be patient. Carr is gonna get signed soon. I think he's gonna get signed soon. It's just they're trying to agree on that number. And like a lot of quarterbacks have been signed on crazy deals. So it's kind of crazy, man. Hey, Persian Raider, man, I appreciate you stopping by, brother.
Salute, Persian.
And we got White Tyson. I'm going from we'll see at the initial pressure to sweet spot. There's a lot of movement. He's getting extended. Yep. Yeah.
That's facts. That's big facts.
Yeah,
right there.
that's true. That's true. A lot. It was funny because that's a good point, because if you looked at like a lot of the pressers, when they ask like McDaniels and Dave Z about Carr, they were kind of like, oh, they didn't really want to say too much. But as soon as they made all these moves, they like McDaniels literally came out and said, we're trying to build around Carr. He said that.
Yeah.
And if y'all look it up, he said we're trying to build a team around Derek Carr. So
yeah,
there you go.
And they're definitely on the same page. I think it was the agent, right, who referred to sweet spot, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was Carr's agent. So I mean, he's thinking sweet spot. What does that mean? That means that Carr wants to kind of give the team, hook up the team a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be talking about sweet spot if that Carr's gonna take a small discount. As far as what just came out today, that's what I get from it.
You think he's gonna take a discount?
Well, I mean, if they're saying sweet spot, right? So obviously the team wants to give him less, right? But at the same time, it's like if they're talking sweet spot, to me that just means he's not going to get overpaid or underpaid. You know what I mean?
That's from McDaniel's perspective. That's the Raiders' perspective. But you seen the agent when he came out and said what he said. He said the sweet spot is really when we both agree on a contract deal. So it's not about anybody getting their way. It's just basically we're agreeing to a contract. That's going to be the
meeting
sweet
in
spot.
the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Derek Carr is going to get what he wants, and hopefully it works out for the Raiders. And that's what Dave Z and company are doing right now. They're trying to work out a number. And Raider Payton says if Christian Watson is there in the third, you get him. Hey man, I'm a fan of Christian Watson. I like him. 6'5", 4.3 speed, got a whole lot of talent. He played well in the Senior Bowl. His combine was amazing, and I wouldn't mind him getting in the third because a lot of people might say, "Oh, he's coming from a small school. He didn't really have huge production." But getting and I know y'all gonna be like, "Why would you want to get a receiver after we got Davante Adams?" But if you look at our receiver room, we really need speed. I know some people might say Tyron Johnson, but Tyron Johnson has been on multiple teams for the last few years. Who's to say that he's still going to be on the team in training camp? He could easily be cut. So my thing is if we can get a receiver in this draft, a speedy receiver that play that deep, he doesn't have to play a big role, just play that deep threat role. I'm not mad of it. If it's Christian Watson, I'm not mad either. But I would take. Would you take Christian Watson on the board in the third round if he's still there?
I mean, I do want a speedy receiver.
But
At the end of the day,
not in the third, huh?
no. I will do it in the third, but I don't know if I'll do it on Watson, man. If there's other receivers there besides him, I'll probably look that way, like a Wendell Robinson. I feel like Christian Watson's it's too good to be true. He didn't have the production really.
Yeah.
I think he can end up being one of those players that ends up being a bust and ends up being one of those guys who kind of like that dude Matt Collins, right? The dude we just picked up from the Dolphins. I see,
Matt.
I just don't see Watson like flourishing on a team, really, man. I see him just as a specific player. He does one thing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get a guy who can like do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Run a better route.
That's the thing, though. Like you're thinking like you want him to come in and start. I'm thinking in my mind like, nah, you're coming in to play a role. We already have Davante Adams taking a lot of targets. We have Hunter Renfrow taking a lot of targets. You know what I mean? We got other pieces on offense that already are more established. Like a rookie, this is a perfect situation to draft a rookie like in the third or fourth round for him to come in because you could give him a small role. All he has to do is move that safety, create space for Davante Adams. Because if you think about it, like Davante Adams, he's a number one receiver. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but let's help him and Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow. Let's give him space to move around, and you know what I mean. So that's what I'm saying. Get a speedy receiver who plays that role. You're more thinking like, let's get a receiver that can actually be a number one receiver. But come on, let's be honest.
No, but to be real though, like I think just someone who's reliable, someone who can take little reverse plays, little bubble screens, and have reliable hands and has that speed. Yeah, I'll be like a gadget type player.
Yeah,
like that would be cool. Which Watson, he might be able to do that, but I'm looking for more of a dude with like who has those reliable hands and can like move a little bit better than Watson does.
That's true.
He's a good player though.
That's true. He doesn't like his hands are kind of questionable. But hey, look, at the end of the day, like I think getting a receiver that can play a role and play that role well, like we're not asking him to like run a huge route tree. We're not asking him to be a number one receiver or even a number two receiver. We're just asking him to play that deep role when it's time, his number gets called and they run that deep route for him. You know what I mean? I think it's worth a shot. Third round maybe might be too rich for some people's blood. Raiders 805 says Watson's going to the Packers. Hey man, the Packers probably going to draft receivers every round, every pick. They really like who did they sign anybody? I don't know if anybody could say in the tool, man. Like did the Packers sign anybody at the receiver position? Like, man. But the good thing for the Packers though is that they're going into a draft with multiple picks and it's heavy with receivers, and it's a talented receiver draft. So they got plenty of opportunities to get the receiver, whether that's Christian Watson or even someone better. White Tyson says, I think Christian Watson is going to play with Lance. Hey, that's a good point. Hey, that's where I see him going too, because he played with Trey Lance in college, so he might go to the Niners. That's a good point, White Tyson. I think Carr's team and the Raiders sell on $35 million. Hey, at this point, that might be a steal.
Yeah,
that might
for sure.
That might be a steal, man. Appreciate you, Power, for posting this link, man. Go ahead and subscribe to Problem. Go ahead and do that right now. Sean Johnson says 3 teams seen still in the Tyrann Mathieu sweeps are Raiders, Colts, and Bears. And I posted this on my Twitter. The Steelers, the GM came out and said that, like, we're not interested in the Honey Badger. We're not interested in him at all. So he came out and said that. And the Raiders, I don't know if anybody asked McDaniels anything about Honey Badger. I know they asked him about Gilmore. And what McDaniels said was that there was nothing substantial with Gilmore. So, which tells me, like, that might be too much for them to even, like, think about at this point. But Tyrann Mathieu, if he wants to come on a good deal, like, I know Dave Z's not going to have him come in on a crazy deal. So let's. But hey, man, if we can get Honey Badger, I'm not going to lie, that's going to take our secondary to another level.
Yeah, definitely.
Salute, my brother Pharaoh. Stopping by real quick to support. Keep up the great work, fam. Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Oh, you're always on Ray's channel. I think that's where I seen you for the first time over there, chopping some good game about football. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Hopefully you're subscribed as well, man. And Raiders 805 says Tyquan Thornton's from Baylor.
See, that kind of guy right there, bro.
The dude that ran like an initial 4.2 time.
He ran a 4.28. 4.28. He's 6'2".
Was that his final time though? Because I know initially the combine they were like giving out crazy numbers at first.
I think his first one was like they gave him like a crazy ass fake number, like 4.22, 4.24 type shit. It wasn't like accurate, but he came out to 4.28. That dude's 6'2", bro, and he got hands. You know what I mean? He's a better version of Christian Watson, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. I want a speedy receiver that we can develop, and we're not going to give him a huge role. Like I don't really care, like because honestly, we have Devontae Adams. Adams. Like we're set at receiver, but to make it like to solidify that receiver core position, to have maybe a speedy receiver in the draft come play for the team, I feel like would be a huge get. And I feel like it's possible we can get one in this draft. There's a lot of good receivers, but obviously there's other position of needs that I want to focus on, like O-line, linebacker. Even I think someone in the chat mentioned corner. That's a good point, just based off like all these corners on 1-year deals. So it makes sense to go after that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if Linnell, if he's still there, I agree with you. That's why I was kind of like, oh man, like if he's there in the third, because a lot of people are saying he might go in the second, late first for some people. You know what I mean? Paul Gaines says tight end in the third. Wow, interesting. Is that Waller's replacement? Let me know, Paul Gaines. Is that Waller's replacement? I ain't trying to start some shit, but come on. But Greg over here says, salute, guys. Can Carr be sold on the idea of team success through a leaner contract? I think so. He wants to win at the end of the day. He wants to win, but obviously he wants to be paid fairly, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if he wants like the biggest, hugest contract, but I know that he wants to at least get paid, you know, because all these QBs getting signed, man. I know he's looking over there like, we got Matthew Stafford getting 40 mil, Dak Prescott's getting 40 mil. Kirk Cousins getting at least 35 to 40, somewhere in between there. But
the last thing he wants to do, bro, is if in 3 years dudes are making fucking double of what he's making. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants a contract that's gonna kind of be with the times in a couple years, you know?
Yeah. And I got someone backstage. This dude's a legend in the late night, man. He's the king of late night. He's one of the kings in late night, man. This dude, man, he runs a show over there, man. It's pretty dope. You see me regularly over there. You know, every time he calls me up, I'm always there showing up, man, talking football. He has his own perspective, which I like. At the end of the day, we not everybody's gonna agree, but at the end of the day, if you come from a different perspective and you come with a lot from a logical standpoint, man, I can listen. I can listen to that. But I'm gonna say less. This dude, Dirty Raider, he's in the building. Let me go ahead and bring him in, man.
What's up, brothers?
What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Nah, you was right the first time. I am the king of late night, bro. Anything else? It's uncivilized.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They can take it how they want to, bro. Yes, I am the king of late night. Wouldn't be no
and the king of intros. I gotta get better at this shit, man. The intros, like you, because I be freestyling, but I'll be like, what else? But then like it coming to me, You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you do it. You do it on the spot. You come out and you just say all this crazy shit on point.
I tried, man. But nah, it wouldn't even be a Raider late night without me, bro. There was no such thing, you know what I mean,
Facts.
before I started doing it. So, you know,
Facts.
shout out to everybody that does it. You know what I mean? If I
Yes,
like
sir.
you, if I don't, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah. Victor Boker saying Tyquan Thornton is good too with speed. Our wide receiver coach is really good. Yeah, man. Devontae Adams, that was Devontae Adams' wide receiver coach. So he shouted him out in the press conference how he was really excited to be with not just Derek Carr, but to see his wide receiver coach here who actually helped him out a lot in his career. But Dirty, man, what do you think about Tyquan Thornton?
Trending up, bro.
We're
trending up.
Do you see the Raiders drafting a receiver?
I don't see a need. I like the question that y'all had earlier. Do we trade up to get a lineman? I think that's a real possibility. As much as we may not like it, it is a strong possibility that it will happen, and it's a fucking needed part. You know what I mean? Like, it's really a needed piece at this point in time. Wide receiver, not so much. You got Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? You got DeMarcus Robinson. You got Hunter Renfrow. You got Waller. You got all these other cats that you signed up. You know what I mean? Mac Hollins. And you know what I mean? All these guys, yes. You know, Velus Jones Jr. is still my guy regardless. Hands down. You know what I mean?
Hey, Dirty really put me on a Velus Jones. He sent me like the first clip of him, and he was like, man, this is the guy right here.
Bro, I
he's nice, man. He got
off him.
Yeah, he's nice, but he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there in the later rounds. So
I think he might be gone in the third, bro. People keep saying seventh, maybe fifth, after the fourth, bro. He may be gone in the third, man. Just because his tape is nice, and then everything he's done in this offseason has just been everything the NFL's asked of him. You know what I mean? You know, they had the issue with his age and transferring schools, and that's the only reason he's as old as he is, because he transferred and had to sit out, and he redshirted 2 years. You know what I mean? So it's not like he got in trouble. It ain't like he was injured or anything like that.
Right.
He redshirted his first 2 years. You know what I mean? Then transferred, had to sit out. You know, so yeah, you know, it ain't nothing against him.
Okay. So you don't feel like it has anything to do with his talent? It's more so like his circumstances that he's an older rookie, because that's one of the knocks on him. He's an older rookie, and that's probably why a team is probably going to wait till the later rounds to draft him. But the dude is fast, and he breaks a lot of tackles. Automatically, if he's on our team, he's going to be a kick returner. Automatically. And if any receiver that comes to this team from the draft, they don't have to play a huge role. They can actually develop behind our receiving core, and they can come and play a role. And that role, in my opinion, we have an opening at deep threat. A deep threat wide receiver that can come in and run those deep routes.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody on this team other than, you know, a lot of Raider fans might say a Tyron Johnson, but hey, we can't count on a guy that's been on so many different teams to really make this team in training camp. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm not feeling him, bro. Tyron Johnson.
You're not a big believer in Tyron Johnson?
No, I'm not, bro. That's the reason why. Literally, you bring in a Darius Phillips as your number one free agent, right? And I'm not shitting on Darius Phillips. I know I kind of made a lot of jokes about him the first day we signed him, but that was just to break the ice and smile. You know what I mean? You bring in a guy like Darius Phillips, who's an excellent returner as well. You know what I mean? Cincinnati didn't really use him as well as they probably should have. The kid is an extremely talented return man. He was in college. You know what I mean? He was a decent DB in college, but he was a phenomenal return man. Since he didn't use that well, but you bring that guy in. You bring in a Mac Hollins, another return guy. You know what I mean? You brought in somebody else. I forget who it was, but it was another return guy, another wide receiver we signed. There's another return guy. You brought in 3 return guys. That tells me you got no faith in Tyron Johnson either. You kick rocks, bro. Because he's never going to be a star wide receiver.
That's true. And
What's up, LP?
Yeah, and that's true, man. Hey, I appreciate it, Joey boy, man. I try, man. I'm still working on it, man. I'm still working on it, but it ain't dirty, man. Dirty, he has like intros. He be saying all types of crazy shit. Y'all should definitely check out his channel, The Basement. Like I said, he's the king of late nights, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy in the late nights on his channel. So make sure y'all tune in. Are you doing a show tonight?
No.
Okay.
I just came to rock with you for the evening.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
cool. Yeah, let's do it.
I'll be back
Let's
tomorrow.
do it.
I've been on hiatus.
Okay. All right, cool, man. It's all good, man. We could chill, talk some football. Sean Johnson says, wish we get linebacker Devin Lloyd, but he'll be gone in the first. Facts, man. It's a dream at this point. But hey, man, aren't you happy that we got Devontae Adams? Come on now. That was our first round pick right there. We got Devontae motherfucking Adams. And at the end of the day, we know what we're getting. We know we're getting a legit top. I don't even have to say top 3. He is the best receiver in the league. So let's be honest.
Hey, you got to be happy with the fact they went out and got the best superstar in the NFL. You know what I mean? At the wide receiver position. You know what I mean? They went out, they did that, and then they addressed it. They addressed every little itty bitty piece that they needed to address. Tweak this here, tweak this there. You know what I mean? You bring in a linebacker, cool. You know what I mean? You brought in a Chandler Jones. You know what I mean? You sent away an Ngakoue. You brought in a Rocky San. You know what I mean? You bring in another safety. You know, like you brought in all of these pieces that when you line them up, they all fit perfectly together. It's like doing a puzzle. You know what I mean? It's nothing worse than getting the puzzle like 30-40% all the way done. And then you come to this one piece that just fucks the whole puzzle up. You know what I mean? So, and I just had that happen to me, bro. That puzzle I was putting together, 45% done, bro. Came to this one piece, the fucking piece was cut wrong. Fucked the whole puzzle up. I don't want to assemble it anymore, bro. I don't want to put it together anymore.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, I feel you, man. That's how I was feeling before I start my stream. Like hella little shit be happening, so I got to push shit back. I'm like, God damn, why is everything happening right when you about to start? All the small shit just pops up. But you know,
hey,
if you know, man. As a content creator,
you go through adversity, bro.
Facts. It makes you better, makes you stronger for sure.
Yeah.
But Billy Crow says, with the Chargers and Broncos making their D-line moves this offseason, we need to do something about the O-line. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We seen what we seen last year. I feel confident and happy with this coaching staff, but at the same time, I want us to at least get someone in the draft. At this point, free agency, we're gonna get a lot of the same. A lot of these little, these vets, these that are not really the answer. You know what I mean? At this point, like all the big names have gone off the table. Your guy Morgan Moses was signed on a really good contract deal with the Ravens. So that tells me that they're really comfortable with the O lineman on this team. So
I think he just wanted to go home though. Being from the BMO area, you know what I mean? I think he just wanted to go home. I think they talked to him. They offered him some money, you know what I mean? But in the end, he's just closer to family. There's nothing wrong with that. I got no issue with that. That's one of the reasons Devontae decided to come here. It's closer to family.
Yeah. So I'm going to let y'all answer this right here. Agent Red says the gems are always in the 3rd and 4th. Guys that are 1st and 2nd round talents always fail. Do you agree with this comment?
I wouldn't say always, but 45% of the time, yes.
I mean, shit. Our last few drafts, bro, is like, like the last drafts we've had, bro. I mean, none of those picks panned out. You know what I mean? We found our best dudes in 3rd, 4th, 5th round.
It's not even just us though. Problem. Other teams missing first rounds too. You know,
they be missing.
It's just that we, being in the silver and black, we tend to get the shit a little bit more than everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's other teams that consistently miss in the first round too. It happens all the time. You know, didn't Arizona take a quarterback in the first round that they traded like 3 picks away to get and then traded his ass in the middle of the season?
Yeah, that's true. And that comment was definitely from a Raider fan. You know, we're Raider fans. We've seen all types of just terrible draft picks, and not just bad draft picks. Because I know and I did a live with Afakazi Raider, and we're like we were judging the 2019 draft. And if we look at that draft, technically speaking, it was a great draft. But the thing is, it could have been even better. It could have been even better because at the end of the day, we got a superstar in Max Crosby. We got a really, really good player. You know what I mean? Some people might say great player in Hunter Renfrow. I think he's a really, really good player. I don't want to say great player because, I know we love Renfrow, but I don't know if he's getting like 15 catches and 195 yards and 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's reliable on third down. He's clutch. He's a good player.
Yeah.
And then obviously we got some starters. We got contributors on the team from that draft. But the first round was like it's almost like John Gruden didn't believe in like value. Like he just got his guy. It didn't matter. It's kind of like Al Davis. You know how Al Davis in his later years, he kind of like would make draft picks, and it didn't matter what other people said. He just would pick a guy like a DHB, Hayward Bay or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Michael Huff.
Man. But Michael Huff was one of the best safeties in that draft though, coming out. He was ranked actually highly, but like Hayward Bay was just like that was terrible.
That was
terrible.
That was horrible.
Yeah, they took Hayward Bay over Crabtree, bro.
I wanted Crabtree too, man.
I wanted Crabtree so bad, bro.
You dominated in college too,
bro,
man.
He wore black. He wore silver and black to the draft. He was ready to go, bro.
Wasn't he on the Texas Red Raiders? Texas A&M? No, not A&M.
He was a Red Raider. Texas Tech.
Yeah.
He was a Red Raider.
Yep.
He was already ready to be a Raider.
It was meant to be, bro. And Al, man.
Yeah,
he was so pissed that he went to Frisco when we passed on him, bro. He was so pissed that he even had some words for us when we passed on him, bro. He even had words for us
because he felt disrespected. He felt disrespected. You know what I mean?
I felt disrespected too as a fan. Like you gave me DJ Hayden because he was not DJ Hayden.
Hayward Bay.
Darius Hayward Bay because he was fast. He couldn't catch coming out of Maryland.
Yeah,
he couldn't catch.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I know he was fast. I know he was like what high 4.3s, close to 4.2s.
He was the fastest dude coming out the draft, bro.
But he ran so ugly. Like he ran so ugly that it didn't look like he ran fast. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
it took all his effort.
It wasn't fluid. He wasn't like a fluid runner. Like it was. I don't know, man. I don't know what Al Davis seen in him. He just seen
everybody can't beat Cliff Branch. You know what I mean? Everybody can't beat Cliff Branch, bro.
Facts. That's facts. But White Tyson, he wants to talk about. There's a lot of people down on Mullen, but I think he's going to get back to the lockdown and get it. He got a chip on his shoulder. I could see that happening too, especially if we don't pick any of the. Because I was one of those guys to say that if we got Gilmore, I can see a guy like Mullen get traded. Because think about it, we pick up a guy like Averett. We just heard McDaniel say that Hobbs is going to be basically looked at it at every corner spot, not just the slot. And so it's possible that Hobbs might have a chance to play on the outside. And then you got a couple of 1-year deals in Averett and Anthony Averett and Rocky Sin. There's a lot of instability there. Like there's no one really locked down. You know what I mean? Like that's there. So and Mullen is like a guy from the old regime at the end of the day. So we don't really know like how this team really feels about him. He was hurt last year. They could easily move on from him and not even think about it, especially with the team that we just talked about that they want to trade up. So he might be that guy that they might package with a pick just to get back in the second round pick. Who knows? But it has nothing against his talent. It's nothing. It's just politics. Just politics, man.
It's politics. But I think if you don't get a second round for Mullen, you know what I mean, you pass on that trade. That's the only way they move him is if they can get a second round for him. And on top of that, man, I think this kid's gonna fight, bro. You know, like I said, it's not like he's injury prone. He's only had injuries one season. You know what I mean? He's a year or two removed from being the best man corner in the NFL. You know what I mean? Hands down by far. Closest person to him, I think he had like a 93, 94 fucking rating at that spot. The closest person to him was like an 86.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, I personally like Mullen. I want Mullen to stay. If Mullen changes his number, I will fucking go and get that shit. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to buy 27. You know,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to buy 27 because I felt like that was like Atwater's number.
Yeah. How do you feel, Problem? Like how do you feel about Mullen? Like do you feel like he's a guy that this team is high on? Do you feel like he's good trade bait? What do you think?
I think to the front office, I think they might not know what they got in him, but I think they're gonna keep him. I think they're gonna like just throw him into the fire, see what he could do in that scheme. I mean, he's a great man-to-man cover corner, like Dirty said, right? And last year's scheme just didn't fit him, bro. And then he had some injuries, so he kind of like he didn't get a chance to knock off the rust. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think with the new scheme, man, I mean, I think he's a solid number 2 corner, and I think you got to have as many capable corners as you can right now. We got Rocky Sin, we got Trayvon Mullen, we got Nate Hobbs. Like those, right there, you got 3 good players.
I'm willing to bet a value meal that he's the number 1 corner this year.
Ooh, over Rocky Sin?
Yeah.
Hey, he could. That'd be great for us.
I'm willing to bet a value meal, bro.
I don't know, man. All I've seen from him is number 2. All I've seen it from Mullen is a number 2 corner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's impossible, but
I think he's got a chip, bro. I think he's got something to prove.
Hey, you know who's a wild card? Hobbs.
Hobbs is gonna be a beast, bro. He's gonna end up playing slot because that's where he shines.
But the thing is, though, in this defense, Graham's defense, Hobbs' skill set is more so to the outside. He might play on the outside because a lot of like Graham's. I got to look into this more, but I think a lot of Graham's slot corners, they're more like smaller, like Averett. Like I can see Anthony Averett play that slot corner spot, just based off Graham's history with slot cornerbacks.
Well, I mean, Mullen can play slot too, though.
You said Mullen? Damn, that'd be crazy if he did that, bro. I don't know.
Mullen can play slot too. It's man to man. It doesn't really matter where you line up, inside or outside, in man to man. It's man to man. Can you cover your man?
But I think it's the slot. It's a different world out there compared to like the outside. It's a different world, bro.
Everett was he was a wild card with Baltimore, man.
Yeah,
that's
I think,
a true statement.
What's a harder position? What's a harder position? The slot, a slot cornerback, or like guarding someone in the slot, or guarding someone on the outside?
Slot is tough if you can't play man.
I think it's tough on the outside
because it's a lot of. But in the slot they have so much space.
Yeah, but if you can't play man, it's extremely hard to play slot if you cannot man cover, bro. Trust me.
Yes,
I'm saying. On the outside, if you can't play man.
And on the outside, you're going against number 1 receivers, most likely. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in the slot, don't get me wrong, it's tough, right? But I mean, I'd rather go up against a Hunter Renfrow than a Devontae Adams.
You actually can press in slot, White Tyson. You can actually get away with a press. You know what I mean? If that slot receiver is up on the line, if he's back off the line, it's a different story. Yeah, but if he's up on the line, you can get a nice jam in there, especially in the middle of that field. You can get a real nice jam in there. But it all depends on where the slot lines up. If he lines up on the line or off the line, you know what I mean? Plays
get a free release.
Yeah.
So the nation is saying, I don't know why we try to get more receivers. We have the best receiver in the league, and Carr's options are deadly. Renfrow, Waller, Adams, Robinson, Mack. Come on, bro. We can bring D-Jacks on a cheap. I'd do it. I feel you. But I was with you when you said Renfrow, Waller, Adams, and then everybody else can kick rocks. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they can't contribute. I'm not saying that they're bad players. But what I'm saying is that, like, the Raiders are not invested in the last 2 receivers that you mentioned, Robinson and Mack. They're not really – they can easily get cut in training camp. And all I'm saying is that I'm not saying we got to draft this receiver in the 3rd round or 4th round. We might be able to get like a Velus Jones Jr. in the 4th or 5th.
Robinson makes the roster.
I'm not saying, and I'm not saying he won't. What I'm saying is that like he can be cut. It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible. I think he makes the roster though.
I don't see Renfro getting cut. I don't
No.
see. Obviously, Adams don't get. He's not going to get cut.
Hell.
Edwards, I don't see him getting cut. He's on a cheap deal. But it's possible though.
But look, you got to remember what that wide receiver room looks like now. You know what I mean? There's more cats than just these cats. You know what I mean? Like Hollins and Robinson that we talking about, and Edwards, bro. You like you said, you got Tyron Johnson in there still. You got this other dude that's in there. This other wide receiver that we ain't even talking about that came. Like, bro, it's like 10 wide receivers in the room right now.
Yeah.
It's like 10 of them in there.
But how many fit a deep threat role? I think maybe one receiver, and that's Tyron. Nobody else is a deep threat on our team except for one receiver. That's what I'm saying. And Tyron could easily get like I said, he can easily get cut at training camp. And I mentioned earlier, like how many teams has he played in 2-3 years? I'm just looking at the pattern. Sometimes you got to look at patterns with players, and you gotta make a decision. Like, okay, is this a player? He can be. It's possible he could have a great offseason, have a great training camp, but you don't want to put all your eggs on one basket with a guy that literally has played with so many different teams. That's all I'm saying. It's a high risk to even think that, Tyron Johnson is going to play that role at a high capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And White Tyson, man, this is a nightmare right here. When we moved up with Rodgers available and drafted Fabian Washington, ooh, man, I was a fan. Man, I don't know why Rodgers dropped. Why did Rodgers drop that draft, man? Like, I was like surprised, man. I thought he was one of the best QBs. I think it was because he came out of Cal, and then before that it was Kyle Bowler, and Kyle Bowler was terrible. He was a bust with with Baltimore. So, but yeah, Cal had some talented teams, man. It was not just Rodgers, Marshawn Lynch, Deshaun Jackson. They had squad back in the day. Let's see.
So our cornerback room looks like this. We still got Trufant, Darius Phillips, Amik Robinson, Rock Yassin, Trayvon Mullen, Averett, Hobbs. That's our cornerback room right now. All right. Now let's get to our wide receiver room.
So look,
in our wide receiver room.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
We got Johnson, Robinson, still got Deshaun Jackson, Hollins, Renfro, Stoner, Adams,
Deshaun. We
Turner.
Still got Deshaun?
Yeah. Stoner, DJ Stoner. Yeah, still got Stoner. What the hell? Okay.
Linnell disagrees. He says, I'm starting to feel Mullen could be on the move. That's what I'm saying.
Could be, man.
But yeah, no, hey, you know what? If any team could go into a season with no deep threat and like slot receivers, and obviously Adams is the number one receiver. I know it's almost a luxury at this point. I know it's a luxury, but McDaniels, he has his guy. He has a number one receiver on the outside. He has Renfro, and he has a lot of role players. So we're good. We don't have to really. I'm just saying, like, it just would solidify that receiver room. That's all I'm saying. It's not like a huge major need like O-line is and D-line and even corner. Let's see. Nobody giving up a second for Mullins with all that talent in free agency. Hey, man, at the end of the day, like, those guys in free agency want to get paid. So some teams might be like, you know what, we might as well like get a player that's on a cheaper deal. Who knows?
It's like 9 wide receivers in the room right now.
And how many? And it's only going to be like what, 5 receivers on the team come see game 1.
5 or 6.
5, 6, right? So that's three receivers are getting cut or going to the practice squad.
And then you still bring in somebody like I said, if you bring in a Velus Jones Jr., somebody on his roster is not making the roster.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking somebody's spot at some spot, be it a return man or that last option wide receiver. Because this is a kid that you can throw the ball to 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to get you 10.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, he's extremely fast and he has hella field vision.
Agent Red says Averett could also be a wild card. He was nice with the Ravens. Yeah, he was. I mean, I everybody keeps playing that highlight of him guarding Tyreek Hill and like literally locking him down on that play, but I think he was a solid pickup in my eyes. He's a good player to add on, add to the team. But obviously, the best players at the position currently, in my opinion, are Rocky Sin, in no order. Obviously, Mullen, and I'll throw in Hobbs. Those are the 3 best corners, and then everybody else.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And a lot of people didn't like Averett. I was reading some shit on the Ravens, and they're kind of like, I mean, he gave up a lot of plays, but also he was in bad positions just because half that fucking secondary was hurt the whole year. You know what I mean? So he came in and he wasn't going to start the year, but with those injuries, he came in and he played solid. But he's gonna have to take the next step too, though. He's pretty young.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to get better as well, and I think he could. I think he could get better. He has a high upside for sure.
Chad Schrader's Hey Dirty and Problem TV and Farrell. Today is my 28th birthday. I went to WWE Monday Night Raw in Pittsburgh, PA. Hey, happy birthday, brother, man. Hey, 28, man.
Birthday, man.
That's a big number, brother. Hope you had
Many
a good time out there.
to you, brother. Many blessings.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by on your birthday, man. That means a lot, man. I really appreciate that. And the slot wide receiver has 2 ways to go. That's what I'm saying. It's harder to guard a slot receiver than it is being on the outside, because at least you could use the out of bounds to your advantage. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's harder to guard. There's too much space.
So I'm gonna show you where I'm getting this from. So the roster that I'm showing you is coming off the Las Vegas website itself, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally coming off of its website itself, man. Players that have gone, that are not here anymore, they're not on the team. And I'm just being honest. All the free agents and everything that are, they're on that roster. So I'm literally just reading off what they have.
Yeah.
Like, as listed as what they have on their roster.
Yeah. I'm with you, Dirty. I mean, like, it's receiver. It's not a huge need at all. I'm just being a fan, and I like receivers, and I want to see the most explosive offense, and we're gonna see like a really good offense next year with McDaniels and all the pieces that we have on offense. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, ooh, if we get a speedy receiver, hopefully Tyron Johnson or somebody they pick up can play that role. But Luis Gonzalez is saying Edwards for a 4th or 5th. Laugh out loud, but I ain't ready to give up on him. He can learn a lot from Tay.
Bro, I'm not trying to get to the 4th or 5th round. I got picks in the 4th and 5th, man. I'm trying to get back to the 2nd. I'm trying to get back in that 2nd round. The 4th and 5th round gonna do for me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's tough, bro. I think what you said in that last sentence, that made a lot more sense to me. He can learn a lot from Tay. I think that would be a big thing for him, as long as he puts in the work, because he's on Twitter talking about, can y'all help me out to pay for my number change and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if his mind's in. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to judge where his mind's at, but at the end of the day, man, like, Edwards, yeah, he's talking about changing his number from 89 to 3. Then he found out that it cost like $43,000 to change his number from 89 to 3, and then he's probably being funny. He was like, "Hey, can anybody help me out? It's a little too expensive." Something to that effect.
Oh yeah, I saw. He said, "I ain't got it."
Yeah, I ain't got it. Yep.
Yeah, I ain't got it.
Yeah, White Tyson, Javid Best. Yep. Cal has some players, bro. They had a few years where they just was coming out with talent. Louis, I agree. Hobbs might be an outside corner in this defense for sure. Let's see.
Hey man, the day I give money to an NFL player's GoFundMe is a day I stabbed myself in the heart with a dull,
Damn.
rusty spoon.
Damn.
Like,
That's
Oh man.
that's
bro,
hilarious.
you're killing me, bro. You ain't got it. What you
How
mean you ain't got it?
he has to have it.
You gotta have it.
Salute Mike G.
You lying.
If you ain't
Salute
got
Mike
it, you
G.
got a gambling problem.
What up, Mike G?
Hey, but
What
let
up,
me make a
Mike?
public service announcement real quick, man. There's 65 people in the room. Please make sure to go ahead and smack that like button and go ahead and subscribe. Man, it'll be very much appreciated so I could keep coming back with good quality content. And also, I got my brothers Dirty and Problem, my mods. Please post all of our links so everybody can go ahead and subscribe and support these brothers. We got to support RaiderNation at the end of the day, man. Like, and I know y'all can. I've seen it. I've seen it. Like, so I know this is gonna happen. But I just wanted to make that reminder just to let y'all know. But we can get back to talking football. But you got to go. Problem? Did you say you gotta
Yes, sir, man. I gotta attend to the little one, man. But hey, it was fun, bro. Thanks for having me on. Dirty, salute, brother. Nice to see you, bro.
Always, bro.
In chat, I'll see y'all next time, man. Have a good night.
Peace. All right, man. What's the chat talking about right now? Look at it. I say O-line or D-tackle. Game is won in the trenches, man. Facts. Because we don't got anybody that gives me 100% confident going into the season that they're going to be playmakers. We got maybe some role players, but we can easily we can get some pieces in the draft where we can have this coaching staff that we believe in to like develop and possibly, hey, if they have a good training camp, might start. Who knows? How do you feel about that, Dirty?
Oh no, that's like I said. That's the only reason I'm trading up to get back into the second is for all linemen. You know what I mean? Give me a nice, solid right tackle. It's one of the things that we really need right now. Is a nice, solid right tackle. You know, so if you can jump up back into the second round and draft me a tackle that's going to protect DC for the next like 10 to 14 years, do it.
I agree with you, Agent Ray. He said this coaching staff will not put up with knuckleheads. They're about winning, so whoever wants to stick around better come to work. Facts. So a guy like Edwards, even though he's on a rookie deal and he's talented, like if he doesn't fit in, I don't know if like this coaching staff that doesn't have any attachment to him, they might go ahead and trade him, or I don't think they're going to cut him. I think they'll probably trade him for a later round pick. You know what I mean? I think a team will probably offer like a later round, maybe after the draft. Like if something happens in training camp where they just don't feel comfortable, they could easily probably send them for like what would you say, like a fifth, sixth? Someone will take them. Fourth? You thinking about fourth, huh?
I think it'd be somewhere in the fourth round. He's valuable, bro. He's valuable. You know, it's one of those ones. He's not going to be the greatest guy at his position, but you know, if you play him right, once in a lifetime, you know, once in a generational type player. You know, was that boy that Devin Hester made a career off being a return man. He did a little bit of catching when he needed to, but for the most part, what do we know Devin Hester as? A return man. So, you know.
Would you make this trade? Would you make this trade for Brandon Cooks? Would you even do that?
What are we trading?
Because he's on his last year of his deal. It's about 1 year, $8 million. And we trade. Would you do it for a fifth or fourth round? I don't think it's gonna be a fifth round though. I think it's probably gonna be like fourth or third. A team is gonna be desperate. They're gonna be like, oh hell no.
I'm hearing quiet whispers of a name that people hate. But I'm hearing quiet whispers of a name that people hate.
Who?
Coming in. Just you know, first two letters of the alphabet.
AB? No. Hell no. He could hell no. Nah. I don't think he's coming back. And I know that old regime is gone.
I'm hearing quiet whispers of a big name that the Raiders are talking to. And then I don't know if y'all saw the picture of AB, DA and DC together.
Like recently?
It came out recently. It's not a recent photo, but it has surfaced recently through somebody's IG and Twitter. I'm
I'm
just
sorry, bro. Like because I've seen AB talk shit about Carr, so I don't know because and AB has a bad habit of burning his bridges wherever he goes. So I don't know if it would be a good fit for him to come back.
I haven't seen him talk shit about Carr. When was that? What show was that?
I think it was like he basically it wasn't like really strong, but he like posted like I think it was like a video of Carr in training camp throwing to him, and then he was just like it was some sarcastic comment. I forgot. I can't think of it top of my head, but it like I don't man, I don't see I don't how do you bring a guy like AB back to the Raiders? I know the new regime is gone, but he did disrespect the Raiders. Mark Davis is still there. He embarrassed the Raiders. And Mark Davis has to remember that whole situation. Like I don't know how he would sign off on him coming in because I know Mark Davis would be kind of involved in that too as well. Like especially a guy like AB that did what he did. I'm sorry. Yeah, look, Linnell, AB flamed DC after he left. Yep, facts, man.
I didn't see
He,
it.
but you know,
I didn't see it. Look, and I get it. I understand how people feel. People lash out. People say things sometimes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I didn't catch the comments. If somebody has a link, I'll do it.
This
You
this
know,
is the video. He posted a vid of Carr overthrowing him in training camp. Yep, that's the video. Yep, that's the
okay.
video. So, and it was after he left and shit like that. He was just trying to show, like, look, this guy was supposed to be the guy that throwing to me. You know, it just come on, bro.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, bro. I definitely understand where people are coming from. You also gotta look at how people treated AB when he left. You know what I mean? Look at what AB did when he got released. You know what I mean? I believe Carr had said something after that when he was asked, about the video. And he's like, we don't need those type of players here. You know what I mean? If that's how people want to act, then you don't really need that type of player here, right?
Yeah, that's a
So
no, man. I think with the culture, that locker room, the way it's built and set up, I wouldn't want to get a guy like AB, man. I think he would be like,
I'm not advocating for him. I'm not advocating for him. That's why I
yeah.
said I didn't really want to talk about it because everybody hates that guy. You know what I mean? I don't have an issue with AB, bro. I get it. I get it, bro.
I was excited when he came to the Raiders, but like I've never seen like the way it went down with the Raiders. Like I've never seen that before. Have you seen anything like that before?
I've
Like
never really seen
I
it.
was excited to see him as a Raider. Like I was excited. I thought Derek Carr was gonna have a great year. We had Tyrod Williams on the other side. We had AB on the other side. So I'm thinking, oh man, AB's about to be getting the ball. And
Vincent
and and
Warren, can you tell me what I'm talking about since you know so much, bro? Since I
who?
don't know what I'm talking about, Vincent Juarez. Since I don't know what I'm talking about, you please enlighten me on what it is I should be talking about, bro. Because all I said was I heard slight smidgen rumors. I never even said it was cool. I never said let's do it. None of that. You chat people get on my nerves sometimes with putting comments in content creators' mouths that they didn't say. Like, dude,
It's
that's
it's
not.
all
I didn't
good.
say bring him in. I just said I heard a little rumor. I saw this. I saw that. That's it. That's all I said.
I
And I
think
don't have an issue with AB. I don't have an issue with what a grown man does with his life, bro. I don't. That's a grown ass man, man. Let it. He can do whatever the hell he want to do with his own life, bro. It don't offend me none.
I think this is the main thing about AB. It's like, look at Agent Red says AB would literally kill every good vibe we have going now. He's a train wreck, and that's like the biggest argument. It's not really the talent. Like the talent, obviously, this dude can still play, man. Like he's so talented. He has a crazy work ethic, but it's just I don't know why. Like every team that he goes with, it doesn't go well. I don't know what it is. It's almost like that old school diva receiver like a T.O. and Randy Moss and I don't think I think T.O. Was T.O. this bad? Was T.O. this
Who
bad?
got caught for extortion today? AB?
Wow. Breaking news, huh? I didn't hear
That'd
that.
be breaking news. No, look, Vincent, here's the thing, bro. I watch a lot of television. It was actually on one of these fucking shows. It was only like a quick 2-minute segment where they were saying, like if AB were to come here, that this would be like the type of front office that could quite possibly get along with him a little bit better, have a little bit more control over him. You know what I mean? I'm not saying bring him in, bro. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that these little rumors, sometimes it's the shit that you only hear once or twice that you kind of got to pay attention to, because the shit you keep hearing over and over and over and over and over and over again usually doesn't tend to take place. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping an eye out, making sure we on the right page. Now, if the front office chooses that that's what they want to do, then maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they got a better handle and grasp on things that we might not quite comprehend.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
It's possible. I think because they don't have. I think the front office is familiar with AB because they were there when he was with the Patriots, so they know him well. But guess how that ended? You know what I mean? It didn't end well over there, and obviously it didn't end well here. So I get what you're saying. You're throwing it out there. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. But I'm
good.
just saying, like, if it happens.
So Tang Raider is saying, did you see him being caught for extortion today? Wow, that's a serious allegation right there.
Yeah, down here they saying, I guess from D-Jack's ex-girlfriend, $5K. You tried to extort $5,000? Come on, man. You think AB is tripping over $5,000? Y'all really believe AB tripping over $5,000?
We talking about the guy who took off his uniform in the middle of the game, hard pass. Linnell, bro, that was hilarious though. I ain't gonna lie, like that was crazy.
Yeah, that shit was comedy to me, bro. That shit was
that was
comedy. Look,
that's like a
I'm not
scene
advocating to
out
bring
of
him here, bro.
Any Given Sunday or some shit like that. Like that's some shit you see in a movie. Oh yeah, T.O. doing sit-ups in the driveway, man. Like T.O. he was a character too. But you know what, T.O. like yeah, T.O. was crazy too. I ain't gonna lie. He had his moments. He had his diva moments too.
Tang, I'm gonna Google it later, Tang. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely take a look at that. But look, I saw somebody in the chat say, his talent. Sometimes, his talent. If you bring just his talent, you know what I mean, phenomenal player. Yeah, I could do without the head case. If you give me just AB talent, I'm good. If you bring me AB everything else, I pass. If you bring me Kanye West AB, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm 100% good. But if you can give me just his talent,
okay. I'm not into like like drama, but I'm gonna do this for y'all real quick. I'm about to share the screen. Hold on 1 second. Chrome tab. Let's see right here. So this is what y'all was talking about. Everybody in the chat, y'all talking about this. Antonio Brown posts photo in bed with model, threatens to expose her. Let's see, there's never a dull moment. Okay. Over the weekend, free agent wide receiver posted a photo on his Instagram story of himself about it. Okay. This would not be astonishing, but later on Sunday, Brown posted alleged DM exchange with Christine, who has previously been linked to NFL wide receivers Deshaun Jackson, in which he threatened to expose her if she did not return $5,000 to him. Please don't do that to me. Christine allegedly asked for. Okay. That's all right. I believe you. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me take this off then.
hey, that was a shitty ass photo. That shit looked fake.
Yeah, it looked like it was some like staged.
Yeah, it looked like it was staged. He looked like he had on some makeup. Like they got ready for that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, her face was all still pretty. Her hair was still nice. Like, what kind of shit is this?
But But yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna do something different today, because since Dirty's on, man, I gotta make it special. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat if someone wants to pull up, talk some football. Let's see. I don't usually do this, but let's see what I can do
Desert
here.
Raider. Shout out to my gangsta ass homie Will Smith.
Bro, that shit was crazy. Oh
Shout out
my
to my
god.
gangsta ass homie Will Smith, man.
Oh my god, that was crazy. If y'all want to pull up. Go ahead. Let's do something different today. But man, that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like Will Smith, you know how crazy that was? That literally was the Oscars, and they were talking about it on like sports shows. Like it was a sporting highlight. That's crazy, bro.
Hey,
That's
Vincent,
crazy.
you can say whatever you want to say, bro.
Hey, go ahead and take care. Let me. What's going on? Come on, Vincent. Come on, bro.
Hey, look.
What is he saying?
You say whatever you want to say, bro. The game is the game, man.
Come on,
the
bro.
game is the game, man.
Come on, bro. Hey, gotta handle that, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm good on what this side chat shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm good on y'all side chats like that, bro. You can keep that shit for yourself, homeboy.
It's all good. It's all good.
Stop
it's all
creating
good.
drama for no fucking reason.
It's all good. Hey, but yeah, man. Hey, man, that's pretty much what we want to go over. If anybody wants to pull up, they can pull up. It's all good. Make sure to like and subscribe. You know what I mean? So I can keep coming back with even better content, man. If y'all don't want to pull up, we're gonna pretty much end the show here. But if y'all want to talk some football, y'all want to talk your shit, anything that happened today, we could talk about. You said what?
I just came to talk football. You know that, bro.
Oh yeah,
we've had our conversation behind the scenes, bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
Look, I got love for everybody.
Yeah.
I wish everybody the best and whatever it is they do, all their endeavors. I got no disheartenment for nobody. I don't dislike nobody. I got no issues with nobody.
Right.
Shout out to all the content creators, bro.
Facts.
Every single one of them. Raid the Tape, Wasted, Graph, Hammer, Sultan. Who else? You, Raider Gabe.
Yep.
Dirty Low, Captain Jack, OG.
Yep.
Bro, I got no issues with nobody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, if somebody doesn't like me, whatever. I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? But I wish everybody the best. I hope everybody succeeds in what it is they do.
Facts.
What they're trying to achieve. Honcho.
Yep. Honcho's another one.
Bro.
Honcho's a big dog in this game.
Yeah.
So
our boy AR, you was just at a show. AR-18.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was just at a show. Shout out to him too.
Yep, he's making a comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had to stop by and show some love.
Boy, Ozzy.
Linnell want to know when your next show is. Linnell want to know when your next tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Okay. Cool.
Tomorrow night.
Is it gonna be at 9?
It'll be
8?
It'll be late night.
Late night. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Desert Raider. He's a fan of Mikey Raider. Okay. Yeah, man. I think we got like the most Raider content creators out there, bro.
He was the creator of all of this, bro.
Mikey Raider?
Mikey Raider was the very first one to do this over 12 years ago.
God damn.
Yeah.
He a OG in the game.
Yeah. Mikey is an OG in this game.
OG in the game for real. Look at. Let's see. Jolly Rancher. I was talking to some people yesterday, and they were dead ass trying to tell me Jimmy G is better than Carr. Come on, bro. That's where you just walk away. That's one of those. Jimmy G, to me, in my opinion, he's a solid backup quarterback. Because and the reason why I said that, because a lot of people are gonna be like, well, he went to the Super Bowl with the Niners. But you got to look deeper than that. You got to look at like how loaded the Niners were, and he was only able to give you game manager vibes. Like he never really dominated with the Niners with all that talent. With when you think about their coaching staff, Kyle Shanahan, one of the best offensive coordinators in the league. You think of Deebo Samuels. You think about the tight end over there. He's probably like top 3 tight end in the league. you know, that O-line, that running game, and he just never really showed me enough to be like, hey, this dude was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I didn't really get that from him, you know?
Me neither, and I really don't think he's that accomplished either. You know what Jolly Rancher was saying, because Jimmy G is more accomplished. You know, what I mean, you really can't argue that fact that
He's not trying to say that though. He said people.
No,
are trying
I
to
know
say
he's
him.
not trying to say that. That's why I'm telling him. You know, what I mean, I agree with you in that standpoint, and I would argue the same damn thing. I don't think he's that accomplished. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I think his defense has been fired. Yeah. Take, don't lie, unfiltered truth. Yeah.
Yep.
All of them
Those
too,
are
bro.
both
so many. I
contributors.
can't. I literally can't name everybody, and trust me, there's so many I fuck with more than others. You know what I mean? So I do apologize. You know what I mean if I forget anybody's name.
Yeah. No, facts. I mean, like it's so many Raider content creators, man, and they all got different styles, different flavors, however you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know, we got the king of late night over here, you know, blessing my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out my way in this game, and hopefully it gets better and better. So that's why I'm saying keep commenting, keep letting me know how you feel about the channel. Anything that you guys want to improve on this channel, let me know. And then obviously, man, go ahead and subscribe to Dirty, man. This dude, like I said, is the king of late night, bro. Like, go ahead and support him as well. And all these Raider content creators. Be honest with you, I literally subscribe to everybody. Like, if you look at my subscriber list, like, it's literally every Raider content creator that I come across. And I have no problem doing it. It doesn't hurt me to do it. I just go ahead and subscribe, like the video. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal to me. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, you got to give in order to receive, right?
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, man. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be subscribed to show some love. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do. You know?
Jimmy G has Shannon using 20% of his playbook. Linnell. I'm telling you. He's just not that dude, man. But they like him over there, though. They like him. I guess he's a good locker room guy. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just don't. There's a reason why they traded 3 first-round picks to get Trey Lance, because he wasn't that guy.
Arkham, your first show this weekend for sure, man. Send me a link, bro. I'll slide through, man. You know what I mean?
Where did you say that?
Arkham, right there, right above.
Hey, okay, man. We got a Raider content version over here. We gotta go ahead and support, man. Hey, make sure everybody pull up and subscribe to Arkham Raider. He's starting his channel as well, so go ahead and subscribe to this brother as well. All I says, shit, doesn't Dirty have a background image to all content creator logos and some of his vids? That's respect. A lot of others don't do that. Hey, that's dope, man. Did you come up with that?
Yeah,
that's dope. I like that, bro. Like, that was actually a good idea to put in a video. When I seen that, I was like, bro, I gotta get my shit need to be up there. And this is before when I started. I was like, bro, I gotta get my shit up there, because that was actually a good idea. I think
I'm changing it. So
you changing it?
Yeah, I'm changing it. So send me your logo.
Okay, man. I'll send you the HD quality picture too. My shit will be popping.
Yeah, I got a new one coming. I got a new one coming out.
Okay. Are you working behind the scenes? Working behind the scenes, that you got to, bro. You got to put in this work.
When I originally brought my show out, bro, I told everybody it wasn't gonna be just Raider content. You know what I mean? It was gonna be a whole lot of shit. You know what I mean? A lot of different things. You know, shit. You might get motorcycle racing here one day. You might get NASCAR. You know what I mean? When I originally set out to start my channel, bro, it was literally to build a sport network. I was literally setting out to build a sport network.
Okay.
That covers every sport from Pop Warner to your most professionalist thing.
Okay. And so you're gonna have like an NBA night. You're gonna have an NBA night. You're gonna have a
yeah. It may not be me. It may be somebody that's on my channel or on my network.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It may not be me, but it may be somebody that's a part of my network. You know, I love the Raiders. I love them to death, bro. I do.
Dirty Raiders on some kingpin shit right now. He's trying to.
When I decided to do this, bro, my overall goal was 15 years from now to give fucking ESPN a straight fucking run for their money. Point blank.
Yeah, and
there's a reason with high ambitions, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If I shoot for the moon and land on the stars, then I'm fucking great.
Yeah, and there's a reason. There's a reason why, like, everybody's is on YouTube and they're watching, Raider content creators talk about football, break down, moves and get insight on Raider moves is because ESPN, let's be honest, ESPN, Fox Sports, all these networks, they do a terrible job. They're going to just give you a generic answer like, oh, the Raiders struggled last year. Okay, let's talk about the Cowboys for the next 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like they're not providing any insight, any information. And when they do, it's very like, you could tell they talking out their ass is what I'm trying to say. They're not really giving you really good information on the Raiders.
No.
And then, no knock to the Raiders brand too as well. But the Raiders brand is too clean cut. It's too perfect. It's like, no, we all know that some players suck. We all know there's some players that are good. Like, but the Raiders, everything is kind of like, it's too positive. If you understand what I'm saying?
No, I hear you most definitely. You know what I mean? That's the thing about it. What the standpoint you get from a fan is always going to be more real than what you get from somebody who's paid to tell you whatever the fuck he's authorized to tell you. Oh, you can't say that on this channel. Our sponsors ain't gonna like that. Don't say that.
Hey, you got someone with you. White Tyson says, if you ever need MMA commentary, I got you, Dirty. There you go.
For sure. Most definitely.
The Nation saying, what NBA team do y'all rock with?
I'm a Clipper fan.
Hey, man, you're like you're the first and only Clipper fan I've ever met in my life.
No,
I ain't gonna lie.
JT is a Clipper fan too.
JT's a Clipper fan too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'll be honest with you. I grew up a Laker fan and a Warrior fan.
People in the chat that's Clipper fan. Two or three in the chat that are Clipper fans too.
Hey, who are all the Clipper fans? Hey, I've never met Dirty's like one of the first people I've met that were actually Clipper fans. I'm not saying that y'all don't exist or whatever, but I'm just saying like it's
I'm
definitely
a long time Clipper fan. Storm is a Clipper fan.
Storm since when? Since when, bro?
Stormtrooper's always been a Clipper fan.
I know, Dirty. You told me you grew up a Clipper fan. I already know you already told me straight up like you grew up a Clipper fan, and so I believe you. So, but like, was it when Chris Paul came to the Clippers or something like that? You know what I mean? When Lamar Odom was throwing alley-oops to Darius Miles.
No, I think Storm go back to that Lamar Odom and before.
Hey man, this is what I love to see right here. Victor Boker says, left to describe the Dirty Raider, realized I wasn't supporting. Hey man,
I appreciate you, Victor. Greatly appreciate you for real.
There you go. That's a real one. OG Faye said the Bulls. Hey, you know what? It's funny. I kind of became a casual fan in the NBA now. I grew up like a Laker fan, Kobe fan, and the Warriors were always trash growing up, but I always supported them on the low. And obviously they won championships. Now I'm kind of a casual fan. The Bulls are a fun team to watch. I like the Bulls. I like their squad. I like Lonzo Ball and all the players they got up there. They're Milk Busy says Warriors all day. Okay, we got some real sports fans in here. That's what's up. White Tyson Dub.
I went to my homeboy birthday yesterday. He turned 50, and he's in my motorcycle.
OG in the game.
Yeah, he OG in the game. He in my motorcycle club, so me and my club, we were able to get together. You know what I mean? Last night, actually ran into like two people at the party that are actually subscribed to Docs. You know what I mean? They're actually subscribed to Wasted, subscribed to me, subscribed to Hammer. You know what I mean? Like they are watchers. They looked at me, it's like, bro, you look hella familiar. And I was like, yeah, I'm Dirty. You know what I mean? It's like, hold on, wait, Dirty, like Dirty Raider? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, bro, we cool cats. You know what I mean? Cool cats. Really cool cats. And then my club brother, this nigga became a Kings fan because he wasn't following basketball. But because he's such a fan of Docs, this nigga became a Kings fan. You know what I mean? Just because Docs is a King. I laughed. I said, bro, I said, man, you in LA, bro. Like, you ain't nowhere near the Bay. Like, how the fuck did you choose like the Kings over the Lakers? You closer to the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like, you way closer to the Lakers.
That's disrespectful. Bro. This dude's in Laker country and is a Kings fan. That's disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
Man, I was just like, yeah, man. I said, yeah, you's a fan for real. Like, you's you's a real Docs fan. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I get when you know what I mean when Graf say you know what I mean there be people that be fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Cuz is a fan. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, bro, I didn't even know you had a channel till I seen you on. I said, yeah, it's cool, bro.
That's dope, man. That's a
You-
good experience, man. And you met cool people too. They was cool too and everything.
Yeah.
Like that's what's up,
They
man.
was cool folks.
And hey, Raider Nation, everybody, the Tomb, because that's what I'm calling here. Hey, Dirty, if you haven't known, I'm calling the chat the Tomb, my Tomb Raiders.
Okay.
If y'all need to stop by Vegas during the draft, Raider Nation, pull up. Go ahead and pull up, man. It's gonna be all types of Raider content creators there. We're all gonna, chop up football and have a good time. I think there's a football game as well. So it's
that's
a lot.
dope. Pharaoh's Tomb Raiders.
That's what I'm saying.
crazy.
Cool Kev. Shout out to Cool Kev. He came up with the name. He
Tomb?
came up with the name. Yeah, and Egalitarian, I always struggle with your name, bro. Egalitarian 207 says, Dirty, if you need a boxing commentator, I got you.
For
Hey,
sure.
I like boxing, bro. I like boxing, man. It's a beautiful sport.
Hey, we can do all of this stuff, bro. Anybody that's looking to, you know what I mean, expand their horizons, you know what I mean, and get out here and actually spit the knowledge that they know they have, you know what I mean? Look, my channel's always open to special events. Just hit me on IG in my DM and we'll set something up. You know what I mean? If you want to commentate the next boxing match, let me know. You know what I mean? And we'll set it up.
IV, I haven't checked it out. Have you watched Ziegler's interview on Raiders website? If so, what do you think? Did you watch it?
No, honestly, I've been just, like I said, my little man's coming like within the next 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So we in that little ballpark, you know what I mean? So I just been in the house just trying to make sure that like everything is where it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? Putting earthquake straps on shit. You know what I mean? Just baby proof of my house, really. So
yeah. And yeah, Greg, man, facts, man. Chronicles of the Black Hole is trying to get to 500. Yeah, get that man to 500, man. Get him.
Oh, he's not at 500.
Hey, man, give him to 500. He needs to get to 500. It's on his way to 1K. I'm also trying to get to 1K, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well. But get Chronicles of Black Hole. If someone could post his link as well, that'd be dope. Give him to 500. And yeah, man, I think look at we'll read this comment right here. My uncle was professional boxer. My cousin was a QB for the Packers, and I stuck out in T-ball.
He said I stuck out in T-ball.
God damn, that's hilarious. That's the comment. That's the comment of the day. That's the comment of the day, man.
That's the comment of the day. He's like, yeah, man, I stuck out in T-ball.
Yeah.
Hey,
but man, bro. On that note, man, I'm gonna wrap it up. We hit the 2-hour mark. My last couple shows, man, I've been hitting the 2-hour mark. That's my record, man. I know I'm never probably gonna top Dirty's record. I mean, I think you're going for the record still. Are you going for the record?
I'm still working on it.
He's still good. That's a crazy record. It's a crazy record.
It's a crazy record. So it's a lot of things that have to literally take place. You know what I mean? You got to get a lot of things in order. You got to make a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you got to reach out to a whole bunch of people, get some yeses, get some nos.
Yes, sir.
That, so it's something you got to build because there's no way in the world I can just do. I know Raider Nation's not going to sit here and fuck with me for 12 days straight with nothing to fucking talk about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, the worst thing I could do is sit here and have nothing to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So plus I got to get with certain people, you know what I mean? Hash out certain times that folks can come through, chop it up, things of that nature. You know what I mean? So.
All right. Well, on that note, man, hey, make sure on your way out, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. Go ahead and smack that like button, smack that subscribe button. You know what I mean? I'm on my way to 1K, man. I need to get 1K. I'm still chipping away. So it would be much appreciated if y'all could go ahead and like and subscribe the video so I can keep coming back with quality content. And also go ahead and subscribe to my brother Dirty, man. This dude, he's already past 1K, but he needs to keep growing. You know what I mean? So he can come out with the ideas that he was just talking about having a sports channel and all that. For him to go ahead and do that, you got to go ahead and support the brother. So go ahead and subscribe to him as well. Where can they find you, Dirty? Where can they find you?
You can find me at Dirty Raiders Basement. You know what I mean? On YouTube. You can find me at Dirty_Raider IG.
There you go.
I don't really fuck with Twitter. Facebook is for family.
There you go. There you go, man. But on that note, man, till next time, peace out, man. To all my Tomb Raiders, man. Peace out, bro. Peace.
Yes, sir.
30, 35, 40, midfield, McMahon breaks a tackle, he's gone! 10-5, touchdown! Raiders!
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.